Okay.
All right. No, so what I've been doing is almost every day I'm getting a call or I'm calling and setting an appointment once a week. And so my goal every day is if I can set one Zoom appointment a week,
Hmm.
then those are appointments that are leading to me kind of establishing what the market's like, next
Hmm.
steps, what you need to do, talk to your loan officer, get them to that point. Then once we get them qualified, now really getting a good idea what they're looking for,
Yeah.
discovering what their objections are, right? What's their hesitations? Well, why don't they want to buy right now? They think the market's going to come down. So it's everything we've talked about before, that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
And so when
Hmm.
I can get them excited to get motivated to do something now, get pre-approved, go show them some properties, it's happening. And so, we just opened our third escrow just this last week. I got another buyer that just called me. It's going to be a potential mobile home listing in Ventura. He's going to buy up to about 700,000. So I need to get going with him.
Okay.
There's another guy I spoke to last week who was referred to me who's on that virtual home buyer workshop, and we're doing our next one. I have it
15.
set, yeah, for the 19th. So
Oh, 19.
19th, yeah, right now it's the 19th. It says 5 or 7. And I wanted to talk to you in the group about it to see, because now people are starting to go out and do things. So I don't know if Friday at 5 or 7 would be a good idea. I think we may want to do it during the week. So maybe
Okay.
picking a day, a Wednesday or something, and then also doing it at a time that may be during work hours instead of after hours because people are doing more things again. So I don't know, it may be better to do like a 3 o'clock, even though we don't get as many people because they
Yeah.
have work, but just people who can chime in, or do we still try to do it after work and do it on a Wednesday at like 5:30 or something like that? You know what I mean? So
Right.
um, hopefully they can have dinner. Yeah, I don't know, but I may pick something like that, a Wednesday or a Thursday during the week. Friday, I
Okay.
think people are going to be looking forward to getting out and going somewhere,
Right. No,
Um,
and I see that happening soon, very soon. Everyone just wants to get out of the house already. So
Absolutely. So I don't know if a Friday would be a good idea right now. So
probably not.
we'll pick another time. But for you, I just want you to focus, make the calls, set up the Zoom appointments. If you can show property, great. But the more coaching and the more questions you ask up front, the more they're going to want you as their agent. And
Mhm.
and then you're going to crystallize that relationship. You're going to write more offers and you're going to go from
Mhm.
there. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
So where did things leave off with your last person in
So
terms of the,
he
yeah.
he decided to wait.
Okay.
He ultimately wanted to get at least $200,000 off of the
Okay.
home that he picked, the two homes.
Uh-huh.
Um, and of course, I got an offer back from the his first choice, and it was back up to almost asking. It was like $50,000 under asking, and he
The
wasn't
counter.
gonna go for it.
So did he
So
write on both properties?
he ultimately just chose the top choice,
The first one?
um, the first one. And then he's like, no, you know what? Let's just wait. I think I want to see where the market's going. And I know that's like a huge objection now.
Yep.
But he did share with me he wanted to get the home for at least under 350 square foot. Um, what is it called?
350 price per square foot?
Price per square foot.
Okay.
So that, on high end homes, that makes a huge difference, even more so, I think,
It does.
than the other ones.
Yeah, and it's a good goal to have. The reality is, I mean, he is negotiating at a price point where he's got some negotiation potential. But
Mm-hmm.
the reality is that as long as the rates stay low and the inventory stays low and buyers keep buying, they're actually probably going to go up. Right now, he's got an opportunity because there's still some uncertainty. Does COVID come back, right? That's what he thinks. Does COVID come back? Well, the seller's thinking the same. So he can
Right.
take advantage of the low rates now. By waiting, he takes the chance rates are probably going to stay low, but he takes the chance that the rates are going to bump up a little bit. But more importantly, for that property, what I would have done, and you probably did this already, when I pulled the RPR had it at like 1.6 million as their estimate. So 1.4 was already a steal. Anything under it, if you got
Mm-hmm.
it at 1.4, it still was a great buy.
Yeah.
But anything under that is just sweetening it up. So even though it's only 50,000 under, it's already a great value. They're not going to go any lower than that. If that's
Right.
the guy to have, make it happen, right? Negotiate, do a little bit more through it. And that's what I tell them. I say up front, we're just trying to secure the property so that if a backup offer comes in, even if it comes in higher, we get it at a particular price. Now, if the
Right.
price is too high, what stinks is he said originally 1.4 was good. And then he said, no, I want 1.3. When you
Right.
have that, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. We already kind of talked about the
We
best way to
did.
approach that, right?
Yeah.
In terms of what you're having conversations with the agents about and so forth. But anytime
Right.
you plan on coming in low, just don't have a conversation with the agent. There's really nothing positive. You can't ask them, hey, how flexible is your seller?
No.
Unless it's a bad agent who's not representing their client, they're not going to tell you. And if they do tell you, if they say, hey, they'll take this low, they're not a good agent. And there's
Right.
something else going on in that transaction or situation. So
Right.
never ask. You ask questions like, so what is the seller, what are they going to purchase next? Have they already located their other property? Oh yes, they have. They've already been in it for 6 months or whatever it is, right?
Mhm.
And so when you start asking those kind of questions, you start getting the story of what the seller situation is. You don't say, hey, what's your seller's story? You just say, hey, tell me a little bit about your seller. Are they living in the property? Yes,
Mhm.
they are. No, they're not. Have they located their other property? Yes, they have. No, they haven't. They're already in it. So now you know they have two mortgages. Now you know that they're carrying this. There's a good chance, unless the house is paid off. How you doing, Skip?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you just want to get a feel for what their situation is. How motivated are they? And you don't ask them it. You ask them questions to discover the motivation. And then once you get a good idea of all that, you do all your research. Try to get an idea of when they bought it versus when they're trying to sell it. Likely, if you can see photos from previously, see how much updates they've done to the property, so you can tell, is it legit in terms of what they're asking for. And then you want to pull the comps and see what the current value is and just say, hey, you know what, it's a really good opportunity at this price that it's at now. But if it's been sitting for a long time, then you say, give them your best number, make it easy for them to write. So good job on writing it. That's huge, right? So you got
Mhm.
them to do that, and hopefully in the future he thinks of you and he stays with you, and you
Mhm.
keep sending him properties. Other homes are going to pique his interest. And
Mhm.
if we do see a hyper supply, which I don't see right now, it's very low inventory.
Mhm.
If you see it start to get to where there's a lot of competition, then have him revisit, call him up and say, hey, look, there's a lot more competition right now. I know you wanted to wait till the fall, but now is the time to go out and let's see what we can do. And then just
Right.
start writing on a bunch of different properties. Don't even care.
Right.
Just be like, all right, right here, right here, right here. See who's most motivated. You know?
And
Uh,
Brandon, that's actually what I was going to ask you. So if he was to write on both properties and one, what if they both get accepted? I
uh-huh.
can we can just tell one of them, no, you know what, we've decided to walk away and it's okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So agents don't like it when you do it.
Yeah.
Terms of representation, you should be able to approve for as many properties as you write for. But I've heard actually, I think it was Gov Hutchinson who runs the California Association of Realtors talk about this topic. And
Okay.
in certain types of market, because there's kind of, I don't want to say games, but let's just call it what it is. Sellers play certain games, buyers play certain games.
Hmm.
And depending on where the pendulum's at, whether it's a seller's market or to a buyer's market, and it's somewhere in the middle, usually not in the middle, it's usually more towards the sellers, what we've seen for the longest time. But even though it's more towards the seller and there's low inventory, less competition, and buyers are paying high values for these homes, at times it comes down just a little bit more towards the middle. And when it comes down just a little bit more towards the middle, now the buyers are acting like it's all the way over here, and deals are falling apart because buyers want too much. They want a new roof. They want all these different various things that really isn't reasonable. And because now they finally got a little bit of wiggle room, now they want a property that's worth 1.6 at 1.3 million, right? That's a little bit unreasonable. Yeah, they want a price per square foot, but that's a bit much. So what I would have done is just kept showing them the comps and say, look, it's a great value at 1.4. This could potentially appraise it up to 1.6 million. So you're getting a good buy as it is right now. I know you want it even lower, but
Hmm.
it's just not going to happen, right? But in terms of your question, yes, you write on the multiple different places. If one says yes to you, Or for example, I got one person who's in backup position on a property. Well, I'm not going to not show them any other properties, and we're in backup position one. So we wrote a full price offer. We did everything how we were supposed to do it. We're in backup position, but I got to keep looking at other properties. Now, can my clients really afford to buy that home in another home? No, they can only afford to buy one home. But what's going to happen, which we found another property, we opened escrow on the other property. So when that other agent calls me back and says, hey, our deal fell out, we want to move forward with your offer, I'm going to say thank you, but no thank you. While we were waiting, we found another property. So I said, okay, well, wish you the best of luck, rip it up, and then move to the next, or put it on the MLS now. So that's what happens. Okay.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. It makes sense.
What's up, Silver?
Not much. How you guys doing? Good morning.
Good.
Morning.
Did you get a haircut?
Yeah, a little bit on the side over here.
I like it, bro. I was gonna say, it looks, you're styling. You need to keep it that length, dude. I like it that length.
Me too. Me too. I think I'm just gonna keep it, low profile, just clean on the sides, and it's
Yeah.
easy to manage.
Exactly. It looks good too, though, man. It looks
Thank you.
sharp. Yeah, man. How are you guys doing? Everybody good?
I'm good.
Good. You guys had a good weekend?
Yeah, just let's see. Saturday I did work a little bit, and then I went to my past client invited me to a party, so I went to a party, birthday party, and then yesterday we actually played soccer,
Nice.
and we actually play a full group soccer, and we didn't get shut down, so that was awesome.
That's cool, man. They're afraid of you now, man.
Huh?
They said they're afraid of you now.
Right?
Yeah.
No, we actually had to change the venue. We went to Freedom Park over there by the airport.
Cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's smart. Freedom Park's a good spot.
Hey, we wanted the freedom, so we went to Freedom Park.
Hey, and I don't want you to burn it out, man, but there's a spot over by right up the street off Dunnigan. Take it all the way up. You know, the little park that's got trees and neighborhoods all around it.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty low key, man. There's a lot of open area there. You guys could
Yeah,
probably
but the problem with
goals.
those parks is that the neighbors complained, and then the park rangers get there and they shut us down.
That's true.
That's
Yeah.
what happened to us over there in Tierra Linda. We've been playing over there for like 13, 14 years, and the neighbors complained, and once the neighbors complained, we gotta shut it down because there's no winning.
Right.
Yeah, but
yeah, that's true.
But at Freedom Park, there's no neighbors. It's all commercial. So there's nobody there on a Sunday, so nobody's complaining.
Cool.
So that's good.
Cool, man. Well, congrats on that. So you're gonna sell like 3 houses this week now that you got to play soccer, right?
Yeah.
All right. So any good news that you want to share from the pro agent leads, or just any business in general right now?
Myself.
I'm sorry. I just saw something fly over right now. So 1 second.
Oh, go check it out. It's the wind is so crazy right now.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of wind.
Okay. Well, I'm just hoping because I got a big canopy over my Mustang. I hope that thing's good. So I need to make sure it's good. Let me go check on it real quick.
Right.
You guys catch up.
All right.
Sounds good.
I'll be right back.
Hey,
What's up,
Silver.
Nancy?
How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Just here, ready to practice. We have to practice our Spanish role play. That's
Right
for
now,
sure.
we haven't done it.
A ver qué podemos practicar y cómo lo podemos hacer para ser mejor agarrar clientes. Necesitamos muchos clientes.
Claro que sí. Skip, is he on it or not?
Oh, let me see. Skip, are you on?
Skip, are you there? Yes, he can't hear us. I guess.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I was muted.
Okay, no, it's okay.
Okay.
We just don't want to
No
ignore you if you're there.
Right.
Oh, why be different?
No. No, we were just talking how we might need to role play in Spanish, change it up a little bit and
Yeah,
get clients. So
no, you should. It's a beautiful day.
How you doing, Skip?
Pardon?
How are you doing?
Complain I cannot. Thanks for asking.
That's good.
Yeah, just,
At least you know the rules.
give me 10 minutes. That story will change. I'm just kidding. Yeah. How are y'all doing? Everything good?
So far, yeah.
Do you like the
Pretty
wind?
good.
What you said?
Do you like the wind?
You know what? Sometimes I do. It makes me feel free. But I like it mostly when I'm hiking, not when I'm in the house.
Understood. Understood.
Yeah, when I'm hiking, it could rain, it could be windy. It feels lovely.
I agree.
Yeah.
I did do a little bit of hiking this weekend, and I agree. It's kind of nice to be out there, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful days.
Yeah, it feels, I don't know, it just feels different.
Or take a drive in the canyon to the ocean.
Yeah.
And then wrap around. You know how we have access to PCH down this close to us?
Correct.
It's so nice to you can take the coast. I don't know if there was like a riot yesterday or what happened on PCH, but
Protesters?
I wasn't able to get through, so I just took a canyon back in.
All right. Was closed?
You know, I don't think it was fully closed, but I must have reached where it started, you know, and then you start to see all the cars behind you pile up, and I realized, let me just turn around. I don't think it was worth the wait. So
You're like, I don't want to spend all this time over here in traffic sitting in my car.
No. I was thinking of going like past Zuma Beach and then taking a canyon back in, right? The 23. I was looking for the 23 to come back in.
Yeah.
But I didn't make it. I said no.
That's a pretty ride.
Yeah, it's fun.
I used to do it on a bicycle.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, a road bike.
That's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work. A lot of climbing, a lot of turns. It's dangerous too. Sometimes on the weekends, it's too dangerous. Too many cars and too many motorcycles that like to take that route, and they get scared the crap out of you on each corner.
Yeah. No, I know. I actually went to take my car to play. Like I went to literally drive my car to have fun with a car. And you're right, there was like a couple bikers, but I was always very careful, you know, when I passed them. But it is a bit scary, you know, as the biker.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because a lot of people drive too fast sometimes. You know, people that have fast cars, they're out there just trying their cars and see how you know, behaves on the turns and, you know, downhill and uphill, so they accelerate. So no, I had a couple of close encounters.
Oof, not good. Yeah, scary. But I feel like maybe next weekend I'll take a bicycle on the coast. There's always you know, you get a group of, not a group anymore, but you can just follow the coast down.
It's beautiful. It's a nice ride, and there's no stop signs and no lights. You just keep going and going.
Right, that's the best part. That's good.
All right, guys.
You know what happened out there?
Crazy. The Mustang's okay, but I have a big, like a kind of a portable garage out there with a tarp. And it was lifting up. It's not anchored into the ground. We have bricks on them, but the thing was lifting up. I'm like, it's gonna take this Mustang out. So took all the tarp off. It's all on like ratchets or whatever. So yeah, it was fun, dude. That thing almost flew over. It's huge.
Wow.
It almost flew, but I just didn't want it damaging the car, dude. It's like I finally got this thing running again, you know?
You're like talking, and all of a sudden you look, I just saw something flying over there.
Yeah. Well, we have a canopy that we have right behind our house just to give us shade. That thing completely snapped and bent. The post is bent completely. It blew and just snapped it. So that one was the clue to me that I need to get the bigger one. And the bigger one was lifting up, and Danielle put extra bricks. So it had 3 bricks on each corner, and it was still lifting off the ground, dude.
Wow.
It's crazy. This wind is pretty strong, and so early in the morning. We usually get wind in the afternoon,
right?
Not in the morning.
All right. Well, I guess let's just hop on these calls, man. It's already 9:30, so
Let's do it.
I'm gonna start sending these over to you guys right now.
Okay, I'm gonna get the
Okay,
sheet.
thank you.
I think it should have printed
Did you print it out?
right there.
All right.
Hey, I talked to Dusty yesterday.
Yeah. How's Dusty doing?
He's doing good. Well, actually, we hang out and I took some pictures for his new business cards. He's gonna start getting back into real estate. He said.
Cool.
I
Good
guess
time to get-
I guess he has a couple of listings coming up from his past clients, so that's what sparking him to get back into the game.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be more of those calls coming up, man.
So yeah, I want to take some pictures of him with my camera, see how they come out.
Cool.
Brandon,
Yep.
so it's only if you make a contact that you circle one?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You all should have a handful of leads now. Sent 4 or 5 to each of you, and then let's see.
Hey, how's your kids, Brandon?
Good. Everybody's good. We got to the beach last week. I got a new nephew now. Got to see him yesterday for the first time, so that was cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ben had his baby boy. He's only the third boy. 6 girls and 3 boys, man.
6 what?
6 girls and 3 boys with all between the cousins, the grandkids,
Oh,
our
okay.
parents. Yeah, it's 6 and 3. So we're pretty outnumbered. We went all boys to almost all girls, you know?
Yeah, you got 2 girls and 1 boy, huh?
I have 2 and 1. Yeah. Now Ben has 1 and 1. Matt's got 2 girls, and then Mark's got 1 and 1. 1 boy, 1 girl. So this is the 3rd boy. The pattern's 2 girls, then a boy, 2 girls, then a boy. So the kids swear so the next 2 are going to be girls. So I think everybody's holding out. It's already too many cute little girls running around, man. Yeah, I don't work out hard enough for that yet, dude. I'm trying to get a head start right now, but
Yeah,
I still
right.
got I'm hoping at least 5 to 10 years, you know, but who knows? Emma's already 7.5, man. Yeah. All right, so I sent them over. You guys got the leads?
I got the leads.
Cool.
Got it. And making phone calls right now. Ring, ring.
Oh, were we gonna practice? No practicing today.
If you want to, we can. It's already 9:30. I do have to get off at 10 today, so I can't do another hour after that. Just too much going on. Gotta do a
Okay,
roof
we'll just start
inspection.
calling. I have a feeling this one's the wrong number. It's all 8s.
Yeah, that's all. That's a bad one. I'll go ahead and skip that one. Yeah, refresh too. I'm gonna send you guys a couple more. We got a decent amount since last week, so I'll try to give you guys, you know, like 8 to 10 each.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Leslie, we can practice after 10 if you like.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
let's do it. I have
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Okay, you guys are in my ear again, so whatever you say, my caller can't hear. So if you want to give me any pointers, nobody will hear it. But
Sounds good.
What?
hey.
I gotta tell you, I'm always looking forward to meet with you guys. It's
Welcome
awesome.
to Verizon Wireless.
Same.
Your call cannot be completed as the called party is temporarily unavailable.
Okay.
Your call has been forwarded to an
Thank you, bud. Appreciate it.
Really, just,
It's crazy this morning.
and then I guess Ronnie's having work done. I'm over there. We Baywatch running. I was like, Mom, you're in back.
Not a good day for a roof inspection, huh? The set went up from 12 to 1. I'm like, this dude's going to be blowing off the roof.
Hello? Hello?
Excuse me, I'm going to eat some breakfast here while you guys do your thing.
Hello? That's weird.
I'm here, I'm just grubbing, so I'm going to turn off my video here. That video.
Your call has been forwarded to an
Everybody partied too hard last weekend, man.
Hello.
Hi, is this Craig?
Yes.
Hi, Craig. My name's Leslie with Veteran Home Services. The reason I was calling is I noticed you were looking on my website for homes in Simi Valley and throughout California.
Yeah, you know, I did, but it's not going to work for me. I just was curious, looking for my daughter.
Oh, okay. And your daughter's thinking about purchasing a home?
Well, she doesn't have any money, and I don't have enough to buy those, so it's just not going to work for us.
Got it. Well,
Okay.
Craig, just to let you know, I do have access to down payment assistance programs. If it's something that you're interested in to know more about, I can tell you about it.
Not at this time.
Okay.
But thank you.
No worries. All right. Have a great one.
Okay. You too.
Bye.
Nice job, Leslie.
Is it okay?
Yeah, no, I love how you just threw out the down payment assistance.
Okay.
He was trying to get off the phone right out the gate. So, no, I thought it was good. And then once you threw it out, it had him think a second before he said no to it. He was already coming up with his reasons now. So, let's practice your intro real quick before we jump on the next call. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the only thing I would say is before jumping in too quick and saying too much too fast, because it gives them enough time for them to come up with their excuse, see how they're doing. Okay. So just say, so I'll be the agent, you're the prospect, the same guy. Just try to be the same guy. Okay.
Okay.
Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hi, is this Leslie?
Yes.
Hey, Leslie, this is Brandon Raymond with Veteran Home Services. How are you doing today?
Doing good?
Okay. And so do you just see all I did was, this is so-and-so from this company. How are you doing today? And then I stop. Try that. Try not to say too much and kind of see how they respond. These are all like testing the water questions, right? And then if you say too much too quick, it becomes something that you're trying to push on them, even though you're justifying your call. But what they're likely to say is, yeah, what's this about, Leslie? And they say, well, the reason for my call is you were looking at homes on my real estate website, and I just wanted to call and get an idea of what you're looking for, right? And then see how they respond to that, and they're probably going to shut it down again, right? And if they say, you know, I was just looking for my daughter, prices are too high. Well, what is it that you're looking for? What would work with your budget? Or what would work with, what were you hoping to find? And then see if he'll open up a little bit more.
Okay. What were you hoping to find? That's a great phrase, because it's in their mind, they're like done looking anyway. So
Uh-huh.
hoping kind of gives them an idea. Oh, I was looking, so I'll tell you what I was looking for. Yeah,
Mhm.
I see how that works.
Just slow it
Okay.
down a little bit, but that was good.
I
And
think it was pretty smart that you made the transition to ask for if it was interesting on knowing about the down payment assistance. That was clever.
it's very good.
Luckily he gave me enough information to understand that that's what they needed, right?
Right.
If not, I would have had no idea like what he needed.
Well, it's one of a couple things, right? Down payment assistance, a really good deal, a really good opportunity, right?
That's right.
Or possibly even learning about the process. Our home buyer workshop that we have coming up.
Right.
And always let them know that's okay. We'll work with you at your pace. There's no rush on our part, right?
And Brandon, that workshop is June 19, you say?
Yeah. So we were gonna do the Friday. Leslie and I were just talking about it before everybody got on. We may move it to the Wednesday or Thursday because now Fridays people are starting to do things again.
Correct.
So it may not be as good Friday after work. So maybe, what do you guys think? Either Tuesday. I'd rather keep Wednesday open. I'm trying to protect that day because I'm working every weekend now. So
Yeah.
Wednesdays I'm trying to take off, and then Thursday. I think Thursday maybe Thursday at 5:30 or a 5 o'clock start time.
I think Thursday is a good idea. On Fridays, the bars are going to be open. No, seriously, they're going to open the bars and people are going to just
Right.
fly to those
Yeah.
places, you know, happy
agree.
hours and stuff like that. They won't be waiting for I don't know. That's just my thing.
I agree. So there was going to be the 18th or the 19th. So let's try Thursday. Let's do Thursday at do you think 5 or 5:30? You want to try 5:30?
I think five
Five's
would be
good.
enough to get people. I think most people get off of work at 4, right? And
Okay.
they're still at home.
Yeah. Well, we'll do Thursday at 5. We had a good turnout last time, so
Yeah.
we'll do
Okay.
Thursday at 5 o'clock. Will be the next home buyer workshop.
Okay. And you said not the 19th. What day would it be? Next
It's
week?
the 18th now. Yeah. It's
The 18th.
it'll be next Thursday at 5 p.m. And it may be me just doing it. You guys are welcome if you want to do a piece or a part of it. I'm gonna also try to keep it to an hour and a half. It's likely it'll probably go the full 2 hours again with Q&A, but I'm gonna try to keep it within an hour and a half. What do you think? What do you think people want to hear in terms of learning about the process? What do you think would be the hottest topic that people want to hear right now?
I think one of the
Um,
hardest topics would be I just say that the down payment assistance, because that's a good point, because not a lot of people knows about that. But once you mention it, they're like, oh really? Yeah, and it's money that you don't have to pay back. They're like,
Right.
oh, that's awesome. So I mean, that will interest anybody.
Okay.
mhm.
Well, then I can try to pull Alex on. It's not going to help out Mark or Jason too much. They can still do down payment assistance, but Alex has the secret sauce. So I can reach out to Alex Vega, see if I can get him on there for part of it. And then we may just have to block out 2 hours, and because it's likely going to be just him talking about that portion of it is going to cover a good hour with questions and everything else, you know, and then still showing them a little bit of the way. But it does steer it more towards, you know, the VC, CDC, what it is they're selling, but it will also help prepare all of us as agents so that we know how to sell it. And then you're also going to create more interest with it. I never want to be misleading by any way, right? But with this, the more that you know about it, the more you can have an educated conversation about it, that you're going to offer something that most other agents don't know a whole lot about. And it gives you another hook, if you want to call it that, where they see that you're a savvy agent and you're aware of this program, even though for most people it doesn't fit what they're looking for. It at least gives you a tool to be able to start some conversation. But you also want to know how to size somebody up pretty quick and know whether they're a good candidate or not. Because if they're not a good candidate, it can shoot you in the foot really fast as well. Because now you get them excited about something that they can't do, and you probably shouldn't have started talking about it in the first place. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
That is very true.
Okay. So so down payment assistance, I think that's good. What other hot topics do you think people would be interested in and that they would want to tune in and check it out?
So I have a suggestion. When it comes to like the structure of what to start with,
Uh-huh.
I think if we could explain the escrow process of home buying from
Okay.
point A to point Z,
Mhm.
just run through it. I mean, even if it takes 20 minutes, something that just gives them a structure,
Uh-huh.
and then jump into the down payment assistance. Because I've noticed that every time I promote this workshop, I
Yep.
say, look, you're gonna know from point A to point Z on what that process looks like.
Right.
So you have to tune in if you want, it would be a great idea if you wanted to know the process.
That's
So,
great.
Even like 20, 25 minutes is fine.
Okay. Well, it's unfortunate. I wish I could keep it to 20, 25 minutes. I did a short version of it and it came out to 25 minutes. That was the one I think I
Okay.
shared it with you.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Remember? And that came out to about
Uh-huh.
25 and I ran through it as quickly as possible. But what typically
Okay.
happens is questions come up, as well as you can spend 25 minutes just talking about the earnest money deposits. Severio and I made videos in the past on that. And it could
Yeah.
take a quick 10, 15, 20 minutes just talking about one piece of that whole timeline. So, but I like the idea of kind of giving an overview. But in terms of the down payment assistance, so there's two main sections, right? You got, okay, when I start asking questions, I'm going to find out how savvy is this person? Do they know about the process of what it takes to qualify for a home? Most people don't. So many people you talk to don't really understand even where to start. When you got them here on that part of it, then you have to really, you can talk about down payment assistance. You can talk about, okay, how long have you had your current job? What type of work are you working in? Then how long have you been there? And you're trying to get to debt to income, right? That's a big ratio. So roughly how much income do you have coming in and how much debt? So when I'm asking those questions, and that's in a majority of my conversations, even if they're savvy, I'm still asking those questions. That's all like I'm pre-qualifying them before I get to where we're going to talk about what the process is. That's the next part, right? So the second part is once they got all their ducks in a row on the financing, now this is how you buy a house. This is how you shop for one. This is how you negotiate for one. This is the strategy of securing the property, and this is how you do it. But I just got an idea as I started explaining this. 2 buyers that were at the last home buyer workshop, I've already qualified and I'm getting them in the process. One person, we just got their offer accepted last week. Dude's extremely intelligent. He loved the home buyer workshop. I could see if he can join us on the call and if he'd be willing to do kind of a Q&A. So that'd be pretty cool to let him know, hey, you went to the last home buyer workshop. We've bought a house now. What would you say is important for our viewers to know about buying a home in this market? And he will get fired up, even though he's analytical and he typically doesn't get fired up. He's pumped right now. So I think while we got that positive testimony or whatever you want to call it, he'd be awesome. He's super sharp and he's 30 years old. So I think he'll show young people too that they can buy a house and start asking. And he's smart. He'll just fire question after question after question and bring a lot of stuff up. And some parts may be overwhelming, but I think for the most part, it's going to get more people interested. And he wants to tell his friends about our class. So I could try to have him be like the guy I interview. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
That's pretty good, because if you have someone that is going through the process already, and people are hearing it straight from the source that it's actually that is in the process of doing it, not just from us trying to sell it, but somebody else that is actually speaking the truth about what we're saying, and I mean, even if it's not well spoken while he's speaking in front of the camera, but the message that he will relay a message to anybody and say, hey, look, I can do this. You can do it too. What it says is like, if I can do it, you can do it too, without even saying anything. That's what the message is about.
That's exactly the point. And it validates what it is that we're teaching.
Yep.
And it's going to get more people interested. And what I want, to be honest, like really the structure, I want to have structure so it's not like we're winging it. But really the structure isn't important to me. What's important to me is people get value out of us posting it and them hopping on and them learning or being inspired or having hope that they can do it themselves. And if you're good at doing this process and qualifying people, you give people hope. You tell them that they can do it. You let them know that it's not as, you may be closer than you realize in terms of purchasing a home. And this is the feedback that I get from buyers that they tell me. They say, look, after I sat down with you, now I believe that I may be kind of ready. So I'm going to take that next step and talk to a loan officer. So you got to get them fired up. You got to share examples of people who were just like them, who didn't think they were ready. And then they found out that they were able to buy a house actually within weeks, not even having to wait 6 months to a year to save up, because that's what this guy thought. His name's Tyler Chan, and he had 60,000 saved up. He was waiting until he saved 20%. He was going to wait till he had 120,000 in the bank before he was going to buy. And my objection was to convince him, you're ready now, so let's buy something now, and you'll make more equity than you trying to save that 60,000 up, and it's been the best thing he could have done. So we just got our River Park property accepted. So I'm going to call him and see if he'd be open to do it. I'll find out what time he's available. And if he tells me Thursday at 5, he's good, then I'll pivot around that. And I'll try to keep him as the focus for this. I already got another set of clients that they listened for a real small part of it, but he was on it the entire time from beginning to end, and he loved it. And he wanted to tell his friends about it too. So I think it'd be really cool to have him as the guy, and he's super smart. He'll be probably the best spokesperson we could have about this home buyer workshop and in a live interview. And it doesn't have to be the whole thing, but even if it's just a segment for like the last 30 minutes would be great. But I want to start with him and just say, hey, we're interviewing a buyer who is in escrow right now, sharing his experience of what he's gone through, how he had to get prepared, what he wanted to do, yada, 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 and then sharing that with everybody else. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yep, that sounds good. Like that idea.
All right, you guys want to get on some more calls now?
Let's go.
Okay, it's 9:51. So you guys got plenty in your bin, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You still there, Skip? All right. Well, let's get going, guys. Silver, did you need to practice one, or are you good?
No, I'm good. Leslie and I, and I don't know if Skip wants to stick around. We can create another meeting after this. And
okay. Well, if you'd like, yeah, if you guys want, it's recording right now. I can try to make you the host, Silver. I don't know if it'll let me do that, but I'll try to make you the host. If you want to record this session, you can. If you want to just stop the recording on here, I can stop it and I could leave the meeting going so that you guys can do it, or you can initiate your own meeting. So whatever is easiest.
I can initiate my own meeting. I don't want you to keep your computer on.
Okay.
That's cool. Let's have our own meeting, I think.
Yeah.
I think it'll be better.
All right.
Yeah, we don't want you to rule everything, Brandon.
Good, man. I'm tired of it, to be honest with you, man. All right.
Okay, calls. Oh, Brandon.
Uh-huh.
Before I forget, tomorrow, Tuesdays, we're still doing it's the 9 o'clock meeting that we do. Right?
Public speaking.
Yeah, the Toastmasters.
I did not prepare anything. If we have anything to do.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
It's so for tomorrow, it's supposed to be like a personal experience that you want to share. So okay. I'm gonna talk about my grandpa, his story.
Okay.
So whatever you want to do, you just got 5 minutes. Talk about something that you've experienced or a family member. Just share it with the group.
Okay.
So it should be pretty easy, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who's going to set the first appointment here? Let's get at least one here in the next, we got 10 minutes, fast dialing.
Okay.
Okay, what do I need to do?
Okay, I'm going for it.
To an automated voice messaging system.
Michelle?
Yes.
Hi, Michelle. How are you today? Hello? Hello? Hello, are you there?
Just try to call her back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this time, Leslie, when you call her back, and just tell her exactly the reason for your call. Say, hey, the reason why I'm calling you today, say this is Leslie from Veteran Home Services. The reason I'm calling is you registered on the website. Say we had a bad connection.
Hello?
Hi, Michelle. I'm sorry we had a bad connection. My name's Leslie with Veteran Home Services. The reason I'm calling is I noticed you were looking on my website for homes in Simi Valley, and I was just wondering, what are you looking for?
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure what we're looking for right now because
Okay,
That's okay. We work with our clients at their pace.
that's okay. We work with our clients at their pace. What were you hoping to find, Michelle?
I'm not sure. We don't know how many bedrooms we want yet or anything, and we might rent and we might buy. So if I
Okay.
could call you back, but I'm glad to have your contact. What was your name?
My name's Leslie Fernandez.
Home buyer.
Leslie. Okay.
Before I let you go, what's taking you to Simi Valley?
Phone's going in and out of services, so it's kind of hard to hear
Home
you.
buyer workshop.
But
Leslie.
yeah, I'm going to be back in a week. If you could call me or if you could text me information right now,
Will do.
I'd be happy to call you and work with you. That'd be great.
Sounds good. And you know what? We are having a home buyer workshop next week. So can I send you that information just so we can, for more information for you? Sounds good.
What day of the week is it on?
It's
Thursday.
It's Thursday at 5 p.m.
Text me because
The connection's bad. I'm so sorry, Michelle. I'm sorry it's not working out. But let's do this. I'll send you a text. That way you have my information, and then we'll go from there. Okay? Yeah.
Good job.
Connection's really bad.
Yeah. No, that was
But
good.
she was nice and willing to talk.
Do you see how you took control of that conversation, Leslie?
I did. Thank you.
No, but you led through it. Don't leave too long of blank space in between. When she's responsive and you're upbeat and she's upbeat, keep giving her. Say, hey, well, what we can do is this. This is great. We teach a home buyer class. Sounds like you're early in the process trying to decide whether you want to rent or purchase. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Awesome. Well, we teach a class that has helped many people see and understand the process, learn about the different down payment assistance programs for first-time buyers, right? And things like that. Would that be something that you're interested in? Yes, that'd be great. Send me the info. Wonderful. Well, I'll send you the link when we have the actual link, and it's going to be next Thursday at 5 o'clock, and then you give it to her. You know what I mean? So just your voice sounded great. Your tone sounded great. You didn't sound rude. You didn't sound pushy, but you led her through the process.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else, Silver?
Thank you.
No, that was perfect.
Yeah. Nice job.
Yeah.
Cool. Keep them going.
Awesome. Thanks, Brendan.
No, awesome. I like being able to chime in right when the blank spots there. It's like, hey,
No, that's actually perfect because we can learn like right away instead of later on. We might forget what we said, but when it's right on the spot, right in the moment, that's great.
That's when I did prospecting school at John Syatt, Leslie. John would literally be on a headset. I'm on a headset. He's on a headset next to me. And as he heard the agent, he's telling me what to say. And I was like, it was, I mean, one time it was awesome. Other times I'm like, shut up. Like, let me listen to what he's saying, but he was good. And he was just like, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, dude, how do you know these questions? Like he was so on it, but it was awesome to have him like in my corner. And I saw how he did it. And then I learned how to do it myself, so that's kind of what I'm hoping we can do with this,
This is great. No, and it does help me then like memorize, I don't know, when you can do it in action, it helps me like remember it for next time. So
yeah, it's hands on the job.
Yep. Awesome.
All right.
Okay, perfect. Next.
Leslie, so we're gonna get off over here because it's 9:59. Brandon has to go, so
Yep.
I wanna start a new
Okay, send
Yeah,
me the link and I'll
correct.
send it by
Hey,
email. And I'll, like,
Skip, are you there?
I'm sure he'll reach out to you. It's just muted on there. So,
Right.
all right, guys. Well, hey, nice job hopping on here, and then good luck, doing your thing, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. You're still good for tomorrow morning, right, Silver?
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good luck today. Hope you guys set some appointments, and let's open an escrow this week. Everybody open one escrow.
Okay.
sounds good.
Do it.
All right,
That's
guys.
the goal.
I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye,
Okay.
Brendan.
Bye.